We're talking about warm-up sets versus working sets. Now, there's a huge distinction between the two. Both of these should have a place in your workouts, in your training program. The problem is that most people don't know the difference between a warm-up set and a working set. They may have never even heard the term working set before. And most people, the reason why they're not seeing results from their training is because 80 to 90 to 100% of the time, they are only doing warm-up sets without even knowing it. So if you watched the video on how to train for fat loss, we went over effort and intensity. So effort and intensity is what is going to get you into a progressively overloaded state, meaning that you're getting stronger over time. In order to get stronger over time, the intensity and the effort needs to be present in your workout to cause your body to adapt, meaning your body builds lean muscle. The more lean muscle you build, the better your metabolism is, the more fat you burn, the more calories you burn on a regular basis. So it's very, very important and something that shouldn't be overlooked. Now, when you are looking at a training program or a workout of the day, there is usually only working sets listed. So, for example, like the example I'm going to use today is a dumbbell overhead shoulder press. If it says 3 sets of 8, those are your working sets. Those are the sets where the weight should feel strenuous for at least 8 reps, meaning when you get to 8 reps, you should at most have been able to do maybe 1 more if you really pushed it before you call it a set. A warm-up set is what you do to get yourself primed and ready to do your working sets. So if I was doing a dumbbell overhead press, and let's say I could dumbbell overhead press 70 pounds for 8 reps, let's just say I could do that. I would want to do a couple of warm-up sets to get my body ready to lift those 70 pounds. So I might do a set with 25s, a set with 40s, and then a set with 50s, and those would be my warm-up sets. And then I would do my 3 sets of 8 reps at 70 pounds with the goal of the following week being able to do 3 sets of 8 reps at 75 pounds, or maybe 2 sets of 8 at 70 pounds, and then my last set at 75 pounds. So I'm exhibiting some sort of progressive overload over time. Most people, though, when they see that 3 sets of 8, they grab a weight that they think they can do. They do 8 reps. They go, okay, that felt all right. I've kind of burned a little bit. And they count that as their first working set. And then maybe they try another, or maybe they do a little bit heavier. Maybe they don't. But they don't ever actually push themselves to figure out what their working weight is. So even if you can only lift 20 pounds for an overhead press, or 15 pounds, what you would do if you could do, let's say 15 pounds is strenuous for 8, you would do a set with 5 pounds, and then a set with 10 pounds. Not really pushing it, just feeling out the movement. Then you would grab your 15 pounds, you would do sets of 8, assuming that at that 8th rep, it's really strenuous, you can barely get it up. You would then need a break because it was very strenuous, and then you do 2 more sets of 8 at that 15 pounds, and those are your working sets. And now the goal is for next week to be able to do a little bit more, either a few more reps or a little bit more weight. So I'm actually going to give you a visual demo of what a warm-up set looks like versus a working set. Now when you see this, you're probably, I think for 90% of people, you're going to see the warm-up set, and that's going to be what most of your sets have looked like for the last however many months or years you've been working out. So the kind of reality check I have for you is, if you've only been doing warm-up sets this whole time, whether you've been working out for a month or 10 years, you've never progressed past that beginner level, and that's why you haven't been seeing the results you want from your workouts. But it's okay, we can fix that, and that's the whole point of this program. When you've been working out for at least, I'd say, 4 to 8, 16 weeks, if you've been consistent for at least 2 to 4 months, you should be proficient enough with a lot of these exercises that you can push yourself to a working set. So if you've been training, working out for more than 4 weeks, you should be proficient enough with most exercises to push it to a working set. So let's just get to it. So this is what a warm-up set would look like. So I'm going to do a standing dumbbell overhead shoulder press. So I would get my weights up. Again, it's pretty light because it's just a warm-up set. My abs are tight, my butt is tight, and I can do 8 reps. Really just focusing on my form, kind of feeling out the motion. I think that was 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I put the weights down. So that's what a warm-up set would look like. Now, I feel my shoulders working. I can feel a little bit of movement in there. I can feel the blood getting there. But that was relatively easy. I probably could have done another 10 reps without much effort. That is what a warm-up set looks like. Now, if you grab your weights and you're tracking that set, then you're leaving a lot of results on the table. This is what an actual working set should look like. So you're gonna grab weights that are heavy, so you should feel a little like, whoa, okay, when I grab this, it feels pretty heavy. So I'm gonna get them up. That's what a working set should look like. So you can see, I did 8 reps. On that last one, it was pretty strenuous. I almost didn't even get it. Probably couldn't have done another one. My shoulders are burning right now. My heart rate's up, trying to catch my breath. And then I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna need 45, 60 seconds before I feel ready to put myself through something like that again. And this is me not really warmed up, no music, not in the zone. So you can imagine when those things are going on, you feel motivated, you got maybe caffeine in you, you're amped up, got good music going, you can push it even harder. That's what a working set should look like. You should feel like, okay, I got my heart rate up. That was really strenuous. I was a little nervous almost because I didn't know I was going to get that last rep. That's a working set. So when you're tracking your weights and logging your weights, and it says 3 sets of 8, 3 sets of whatever on your program, all 3 sets need to look like that. You should be doing 1 or 2 or 3 warm-up sets like the first set leading up to your working weight. So I hope that made sense to you. Again, if you guys have any questions, just reach out. But now let's make that switch. You have to actually apply this information, start doing working sets during your workouts.